Alrighty, guys. Good afternoon. Good night to some of you guys. We have episode 51 of Stocks Talk. We're going to talk about stocks. We're going to talk about crypto.
Alrighty,
We're
guys.
going to. By the way, appreciate it for the likes. Rumblebot says thanks for the follow. Toasty Frizen. Appreciate it. Appreciate it for the follow. We're already at 173 followers, guys. We're getting closer to the 200 already. We have a lot to cover today. I mean, not too. I mean, we got about the same amount. Hopefully, we don't get too much stocks today. But today is Friday, guys. It's the last day of the week. Remember, stocks don't run on Saturdays and Sundays, guys. Okay. Only crypto. Crypto runs 24 hours, guys, and you know, we're gonna focus on finding stocks, explaining a little bit more about what the terms mean and everything like that. If the audio is working properly or not working, let me know so I can make any adjustments. Same thing with the stream as well. Okay, I'm gonna try to monitor as much as I can. Remember, we've been dedicating our time at least 2 3 hours, even 4 hours of our time to show support to those that create content on Rumble. Okay. Yesterday I couldn't finish all the content creators like following their other platforms. I mean, there's too many. There was too many for the time that I had. But today, hopefully, I could continue and continue following their platforms and everything. So hopefully, we could get that done pretty soon. If you could see, there's a QR code on the top, guys. If you're new and don't know Rumble, um, you guys could go ahead and check Rumble. I mean, there's a lot of good communities there, a lot of good people, a lot of good content creators for not only gaming, guys. I mean, there's a bunch of everything. Okay, so if you guys want to show support, you could go ahead and sign up for Rumble, and you could go ahead and sign up with me over here on the QR code. You can scan the QR code and sign up. So let's continue. Okay, we have one like. Appreciate it for the like already. And so only ask for 2 likes, guys. If you guys could hit the like, that would be awesome. And if you guys could share the stream as well, that would be awesome as well. And if you're new, just hit the follow so you can support and be part of the team. So let's go ahead and continue, guys. So let's see if you guys can see everything. Yes, you guys can see everything. Everything's working. Yes. Okay. So just like I said in many of my streams, guys, I repeat almost the same thing, guys. I do it purposely, for to help you guys, grasp all the information. Before I jump into some other section of more advanced stuff and everything like that, at least you guys could get to learn the basics, right? And get to find stocks and help you, develop your own criteria and stuff like that eventually with on the future, when you get better at this. Okay, what we do, we dedicate ourselves to check low price stocks, guys, and low price crypto. Okay, we don't trade expensive stocks or anything like that. You know those are more for long term, and I mean, you have to do fundamental analysis. Check the board members, check the financials, how everything's going, check the product, see if it's a product that will last, for a while, and stuff like that, if it's working properly. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that you have to do when you're doing fundamental analysis. Um, it's not only checking the products or the board members. It's the financials. You have to understand if they're making money, they losing money. Are they diluting shares or what? Um, there's a lot of things behind it, and so you also have to have trust in the company, even though if it's having a bad year. But that I'll leave it to the guys that have been doing it for years. Um also I have over here on Rumble, we have B Money, B dash Money. You guys could go ahead and follow him. He's more dedicated on those type of stocks, guys, big stocks, for long term. He does a really good job at explaining everything, dissecting everything down. He doesn't not only talk about those type of stocks, he also talk about crypto and NFTs and all kinds of stuff. Okay, he got a lot of good stuff in his content. So go ahead, show support, hit the like, share, and follow over there. Okay. I also want to shout out Hernandez 2787. He has good content as well. So go ahead, show support to my guy Hernandez 2787. He's streaming right now, so go ahead, show support. Also to Carmen Rios. Yesterday she showed support to me. I also want you guys to show support to Carmen Rios. Hit the like, the share, and follow on her content as well. Okay. And so let's go ahead and continue, guys. So what you see on the left side, guys, you can see that there's a web, right, where there's three tabs here. One of them is a scanner, right, for the stocks. I think you also could check the futures, the forex, the crypto. I mean, but I haven't dived deep into that, so I can't tell you guys for sure what to see here. But I normally dedicate this web to scan uh, stocks. Okay, and the good thing about this is that it also shows you the time, right? That the market is either open or closed. It also shows you a lot of information. There's a lot of features here, and the site is for free. Okay. Now, if you want to get real time for the stocks and everything, when you're scanning stocks and when you're looking at the news and everything, you want real time, then you have to subscribe with them. Okay. Now, this is personal preference, guys. You guys could pick whatever works for you at the end of the day. Um, we also have here Trading View, right? This is the charting platform. And so we got, candlesticks, the red and green here that shows you price action, right? You have the red line, which is a VWAP, which is an indicator that, it gives me, it's more like a guide, guys. I don't use that line to make decisions, okay, on trading. This is only a guide showing me if there's demand for this type of stock. If the trend is it's if people are buying and stuff like that. So if people are interested, okay. Um, I have this on many time frames, guys. I only check on this web. Has a lot of features as well. It's free to sign up. You're gonna have limited features, and it's also gonna be delayed. Okay, just like Finviz is gonna be delayed unless you want the real time, and you're gonna have to subscribe with them. So all this is personal preference. I mean, you could trade on and analyze on many different time frames. You can do crypto and stocks here as well. So it's pretty interesting. And then we have here this web, which is Coin Market Cap. This is dedicated for crypto, guys, to scan crypto. And so based on the criteria that I have, which is three that I use normally to filter the stocks, I put it here on this filter, and then I scan what we have today. Okay. And so pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory. So before we dive into this, we're gonna go ahead and look at the stocks that we have listed today. And whatever you see on the right side, guys, is the document that I have written down I have written down the criteria, right? Not only for market open, market close as well. Also extended hours as well. Okay. Um, and so this is a criteria for the crypto. Like I said, I have three only: the market cap, volume, and percentage change. Okay. Over here, I have Twitter and X tips. This right here is gonna, help you find news, for a specific stock or crypto if you're looking for something like that. And you could use this formula to check a specific dates that you want to see. Right? Remember, it shows from recent to old news. Okay, so you guys could look that up and use that. This is very useful thing to have. And so we have here the stocks. Okay, we have this is called a watch list, right? Not only for stocks, for crypto, we also have a watch list. And so we're gonna go ahead and dive into the stocks. We're starting a little bit faster today because I don't want to. My wife is cooking and stuff like that, and she might bring some food, and I might have to cut this thing short pretty soon. But hopefully, I could cover a lot today. So bear with me, guys. Let's go ahead and start off. We're gonna check CDIO today. See how this thing did. CDIO for stocks. And right here we had said at 6 hopefully you guys can see it. Let me zoom out a little bit. There you go. Okay. We had said 639 plan is to wait for a test of high day right at 320 and break out and bounce off support for an entry. Okay. So that's what we're looking for. So this was 320. Today it failed to do that. It did well. It did tested the high day and break out a little bit, but it was not convincingly. So this thing failed to break out. I mean, you could have called it at the bounce off of it. Was not a great bounce, but I mean this opportunity was pretty decent, right? You have the green candle overshadowing multiple red candles here. You could have got in here on this other candle. This thing went up to 18%. Okay, went 18%, and it seems like it's consolidating off the highs. We might see Monday another test of high day. This thing is still hovering around the support level, right? And we have also the VWAP line. Okay, so if pre-market on Monday, guys, it reclaims VWAP and tests high day, then we might see some good moves here. Okay, so that's pretty good to see. So we'll continue to monitor this thing, and let's go ahead and adjust the lines here. Previous day low with the previous day right here. Okay, so we got that going, and so we're gonna go ahead and continue to monitor this thing. CDIO 220, and it's 5:46 p.m. Continue to monitor as it's consolidating off the highs today. Okay, so we got that going on. And let's go ahead and continue. So we're gonna go ahead and scan for new stocks, guys. Finviz is the one that we're gonna go ahead and scan stocks. Let's go ahead and hit all right after you hit screener, and now you got some options here to pick. And we have 547 pages to check stocks, and we're gonna go ahead and dissect this thing really quick. Give me 1 second. Let me close the door really quick. Okay, guys. So I'm back. Hopefully you guys could see this thing clearly. Okay. Any questions or anything like that? Hit me with the ask in the chat or the comments, or also on email or X. I mean, wherever you want. Remember, on my description, guys, I have a ton of platforms there that you guys could go ahead and show support as well. Oh my god, I have pickaxe as well that you guys could go ahead and contact too. So feel free to do that as well. And let's go ahead and scan for new stocks. And so Finvis is what we're gonna use. And remember, based on our criteria, up here is what we're gonna use. Remember, the market is closed, so we no longer focus on percentage change. Okay, we're gonna focus on price. And just like we said up here, price is around $1 to 20. Okay. Let me fix that really quick, because I don't want you guys to get lost. Market cap. Under 10 million. Okay. So this is my criteria, guys. Over 5 ratio. Okay. And so we got market cap is what we're gonna go ahead and check. Market cap. Remember, market cap. The good thing about Finviz is that you could go ahead and use your mouse and put it towards the name, and it's gonna give you the whole definition, right? So market cap is pretty much the total name is market capitalization, right? Is it says that the total market value is the total market value of the company's outstanding shares, right? In other words, is the total company's it's the value of the company. Okay, is the total value of the company. Pretty self-explanatory, and I like to see anything under 300 million. Okay, just like I said on my criteria, guys. Price is from $1 to 20, right? In between those two prices, not more than 20, because there's high spreads, and not below $1, because the Nasdaq will most of the time send the listing notifications to these companies, and I don't want to get caught, in that in those issues. I want a stock that it's above the $1 area, and that they have not yet received a delisting notification. Okay, so that's pretty much it. And then we have on the third column, we have relative volume, right? Relative volume, right here it says ratio of current volume compared to 3 months average adjusted intraday, right? So it's pretty much they get the ratio dividing the current volume versus 90 days of average volume. Okay, and based on that, they get the ratio. Me, I like to focus on anything over 5 ratio. Okay, and then we move to industry. I like to see any stocks. Performance, I like to see when stocks are up for the day, right? Or that has started up uh on a higher price than the previous day, you know and so Those are the things I want to check. I want to check today's up and also current volume. Current volume, remember, on my criteria said over 1 million. It's more easy for me to get in, get out, and have no issues trading. It will be always great to see hands, exchange of hands. You know, what I mean by that, a lot of buying and selling. Okay, and so it's very important to understand supply and demand, and volume and flow is a big deal when it comes to supply and demand. Okay, um, flow is the supply and volume is the demand. The more the demand than the supply, then the price has to go up. And the more the supply than the demand, then the price has to go down. Okay. There's a lot of people that would explain supply and demand in different ways, but you pick and choose who you want to go ahead and get your definition or get the explanation that you're looking for. Now this is very self-explanatory. If you don't understand supply and demand, guys, is even business is gonna be very, very difficult for you. So, you know, I think the first thing before learning any of this is understanding supply and demand. Okay, if you can understand supply and demand, it's gonna be more easy for the float. Anything under 10 million is my personal preference. Okay, the float is pretty much, it says here, the number of shares available for public trading does not include shares held by insiders. Okay, so a stock has outstanding shares, right? And within this outstanding shares, they have privately owned shares, right? Which is by the CEOs, the you have shares owned by the employees, share owned by the board of members, and then you have also the publicly traded shares, which is supplied by the company. Is they release it into the market, and those are this that's considered the float. Okay, and so anything under 10 million is my personal preference, and this is pretty much the criteria, guys. Very simple, very it. I don't have too much in here. This is all you need for day trading, guys. So pretty simple. And so now we have, we have a decent amount of stocks here to watch, five to be specific. And we don't have 500 and something pages of stocks, guys. Okay, so it's not difficult to get that. Now me, I'm very picky, guys, on what I'm looking at. I don't like to see the company name. I care less what the company name is, what the sector is, what the industry or country. The market cap I no longer focus on. If I'll only focus it on if we're filtering. Okay. Other than that, I take it off a P ratio as well and percentage change. Why percentage change I take it off? Because the market is closed, guys. There's no benefit I'm getting right now. Okay, based on percentage change. Okay, so we're gonna input we could input and output using custom, right? You go to custom, and now you could input and output whatever you feel comfortable watching here on this table. Okay, so I'm gonna remove number, company, sector, industry, country, market cap, and P ratio. Okay, and percentage change. And as you can see, I mean, I knocked off a lot out of the list, and now we can add a relative volume and shares float. Okay, these are the two extra things that I will add, and now we have something clean to see. Okay, we know this is part of our criteria. Why? Because you can see here this I mean, just like we filter it out, right here is only showing anything under 10 million float. It's showing over 5 ratio. It's showing over 1 million volume, and it's showing between 1 and 20 dollars per share prices. Okay, and it's only showing the ticker symbol, which we could use to add it to the trading platform here, this charting platform. And it's way more easy, to understand. Instead of the company's name, I mean, there's no, I'm not getting any benefit uh with the company name. I mean, there's no benefit. I mean, trading the stock, either going, what do you call that? Either doing long term trading or whatever. I mean, there's no benefit you're getting off the name. Okay, it's better to understand the ticker symbols, because once you see and remember the ticker symbols, guys, you can input it into any type of web or social media panels, and you can find the information that you need based on the ticker symbol. Okay, and so that's why I removed the company name. Okay, and so right here, the next step is to sort from volume from high to low, right? And as we can see, guys, we have very low. This one is disqualified because there's way more supply than the demand. Even if this thing went, right now, as you can see, went from $1 to $1.40, only 40 cents move, and it had like a multi-week breakout. Even though it had that, it does not qualify in our criteria. Our very essential uh thing to know, which is the supply and demand. Okay, this one qualifies and this one qualifies as well, but the volumes are very low, so we're not, I don't think this thing is uh more than what it's supposed to. This thing gave back most of its gains as well. So these three are not, I'm not gonna go ahead and add to the list. I'm only gonna check CDIO and ABTS. Remember, CDIO is, we already checked it, so I mean, to be honest, we only got one, because CDIO, we've been monitoring this one and it's been doing pretty good. We might see another move on Monday, so we'll keep an eye on that. ABTS, I guess, is the next one, the only one that we're gonna go ahead and check today for stocks. So, I mean, we have a very short video today. We're 32 minutes in and we're already almost a little bit more than halfway of our stream. And so ABTS is one of them that we're gonna go ahead and check. ABTS. And so ABTS on the 5 minute, I mean, it looks pretty decent, guys. This thing had a gap up at first, and the reason why this thing moved, let me see if I can find some news. This thing had very old news from last year in March. Let me see if I can find anything recent. Okay, December 10 was the last time. This had a third quarter earnings. So it was running based on earnings, guys. Let me see if I can find anything else on my main platform that I use, because I don't want to miss anything. I want to know why this thing is moving. ABTS, ABTS, and so ABTS it's not showing any news, guys. So that's not good. Notice it says scam activities on the rise. We will never ask you to transfer. Oh, okay. Um, and so right now we can't. I mean, there's nothing. I mean, there's no type of news to confirm that move, guys. Carmen Rio Boricua Wepa, appreciate it for coming by, showing support. Today we're gonna have a really short video, because we went through this information very quick. But I appreciate you guys coming by and showing support. Let's go ahead and show back what I'm looking at. Hopefully you guys can see. Thank you. Gracias, Carmen Rio, por venir acá. So ABTS. Okay. So ABTS does not has news right now for let me check one more place, which is the X platform. I'm gonna check the X platform and see if anybody's talking about this thing. ABTS in the latest news. Okay, so mixed markets this hour, hourly movers, tech, health names, lead gainers. Okay, That's not relevant news. Existencia. Okay, we got some news. Exposed 86%. Sector rotation is fueling surge as ABITS group reports strong quarter three growth 2025. But that was last year. Squeeze. So a lot of people hyping it up based on the quarter third earnings that they had last year. So now people are just hyping this thing up. That's why this thing is moving right now. Okay. So you guys, that's a good thing about checking social media. Okay. Where I'm at. Hopefully you guys can see. Oh, there we go. So on this one, you had a confirmation pullback, guys. Over here, I probably would have never saw this until later on my scanner. So right there, you could have seen, I mean, we didn't had opportunities here to trade. Some of you guys did had opportunity. Very very hard trade, guys. Yeah, very hard to trade. I mean, you couldn't caught it here, but you could have catch it somewhere over here. You could have catch the bounce. Um, on the level 3 will be the only way you could see what's happening here. Okay, but I would like to wait for a second pullback, which is more certain for me to trade. Okay, so the way I would play this, I would wait for this to any of these candles to overshadow a red candle, and then I will get it on the next one. Okay, this one seemed like it overshadow, and this thing went up. I mean, if you would have got in on that red, I mean, it went up 21% on that move. That was pretty much the only relevant move for me to trade. Some people did trade at this and got profit up here based on level 2 and level 3. So very key to understand. But if you see something like this, guys, and you see like it's coming up again, that's when you go ahead and mark the previous day low versus today's day low, and you cross a line like that, and you monitor for a pullback. You wait for a pullback to happen and test the support level, this uptrending support level again, right? And if it does get tested, just wait until a green candle overshadows the red. Okay, and this one didn't do it. That's why we were patient. You would be more patient and wait for something like this, right? This candle overshadowed this one, and now you could have gotten here. I mean, it looked like it was gonna turn down, it was gonna go down, but it reversed and went up. So you would have been lucky to get somewhere around 5 to 20% profit on this move. This was a 5-minute move, guys. Okay, 5 to 10-minute move. Okay, after that it just gave up. Right now is it tried to close strong, but I mean it failed, and it remained below the VWAP line. Okay, and compared to where the highs are, it's a little bit too extended down. This is the high day, guys, and so yeah, very very difficult to trade this one right now. Okay, we got a bunch of resistance levels here, so we don't know how this thing is gonna end. Okay, so not good. And yeah, we're not gonna add this to the list because there's no continuation, guys, for Monday. Okay, so unfortunately we don't have any stocks right now. Well, there was there was opportunities in the morning, guys, on pre-market and market open. That's why it's very important to wake up early in the morning, scan your stocks through doing scanning those top percent gainers, which I've shown before, right? Which would you would go here, right? Let's say you wake up at let's say you wake up at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, right? And you want to scan stocks and you don't have any other platforms, and the only one you know is Finviz, right? You go to Signal, and right here you go to top percent gainers. And as you can see, let me take all this thing out really quick. Let me deselect all these, take the filters out. Let me you know what? Let me refresh this thing up. Okay, now we're back to zero. So if you wake up early in the morning, right, you go to Finviz and then you go to top percent gainers. Now you can see here a list of top percent gainers. Remember, this thing is not real time. This has a delay, okay? It refreshes every 3 minutes, so not good. 3 minutes, there could be a lot of things happening in 3 minutes, okay? So you want to check your top percent gainers, right? And then you want to dissect all of the stocks that don't fit your criteria. And after that, you grab one that look like it's running, and then you go ahead and make a plan. You make your watch list. You make your watch list and add what fits on your criteria. Add the information that fits your criteria, which is price, volume, low float. If it's a low float, if does it has news, you can add extra, which is a little information of the news, but it's personal preference at the end of the day. Also, the daily, guys, check the daily, see if this thing had ran before. This thing did ran before many times, all the way in the past. As long as it did ran, that's the most important thing. It doesn't matter if this thing is downtrending, okay? If it looks terrible, that's not what we're focused on. We're focused on very short term, okay? We're not looking to do long-term trading here. We're not looking to hold today and wait, and then sell, 10 years from now or 5 years from now or a year from now. No, we're not. We're looking to trade in minutes, guys. 5, 10, up to an hour max, okay? So today is the first green day for ABTS, but not finishing well, guys. It failed to hold highs, so not sure if this thing is gonna bounce and test these highs. Okay, we'll have to see. But we're not gonna add it to the list, so that's pretty much it for the stocks. And let's go ahead and start with the crypto. Remember, we have 3 cryptos to look at. Port 3. We had this check. We're still watching this one for continuation, as it's holding highs of day. So port 3 is the one that we're gonna go ahead and check. Port 3. Port 3. Hold on a second. I'm gonna have to check it on the coin market cap. Port 3 network. There you go. And then when you're looking at these cryptos on coin market cap, it's always good to check the volume, okay, on the markets. See what exchange is trading it the most, okay, which is this one right here, L Bank. Okay, and so right here you got this arrow here. You could go ahead and right click and open another tab and see what this thing is, how this thing is moving. And you could change the time frames here. That's the good thing about this. So you got the 5-minute, and now this thing was consolidating. I mean, it had a move here, a pretty good move, but right now it seems like it's still consolidating off this lows. I'm not sure if it's gonna make another push to the top. It seems like everybody's just selling right now. So this one, I'm not gonna continue watching this one unless it shows up again on the scanners, is where I'm gonna go ahead and watch it. But today we're gonna make a new today's the 2026 612 612, and we're gonna go ahead and check more of these EPT USDT. EPT. I think it's this one right here. I think it's this one is not trading much. Gate. Oh, I remember. So on the 5 minute, guys, this thing is still it was had a nice run for a couple days. Right now it's struggling to break out. Right now it's on the upside. Right, this was a head and shoulders right here, as you can see, but was not a really strong head and shoulders. That's why it's struggling to break down these levels here. Okay. So we'll have to see what this thing is gonna do. Right now it's lacking volume, which I don't like to see. Not sure if this thing is gonna move. It's lacking a lot of volume. Okay, so let's go ahead and remove that one. Been running for 2 days. Look like it can continue base on holding high days. Still has volume. Keep watching. Well, now it doesn't have volume, so no good. Let's check Mars 4. Mars 4. Hernandez. Huepa. Gracias por venir acá y apoyar. Huepa, huepa, huepa. Mars 4. Okay. So on market, I mean, this thing seems like it's not running right now. It's lacking volume. So I guess this one is going to be, I know, right? Ya para los 200. Sí, bien rápido, ya tú sabes. Yo nunca me lo esperaba. Yo nunca me lo esperaba. Aunque yo creo en mí, pero yo nunca me esperaba que iba a subir así rápido. But that's why Rumble is a great community. Yeah, this thing looked like it crashed. So this one is no good. Hernandez, say fam, hit that follow. Let's help bro here get to 200 followers. Love it. I know, right? Appreciate it. Thank you for the support. I know it's been going very fast. Yeah, like every time I go to sleep, I wake up and I get like notifications. Oh, someone follow you. Some of this like, and I'm not even streaming yet. But I appreciate those that show support. Yeah. And let's say you're gonna grow fast. I know. Hopefully my career now is not gonna change me from streaming. Hopefully if I can have a time at night to stream, then I might have to do that, because I have a now, I'm trying to do something new, and so it's gonna take me extra time. Hopefully it works. If it doesn't work, then we'll go back to doing streaming like we normally do. It happens to me, bro. I know, right? So yeah, so these three stocks, guys, no good. And we're gonna go ahead and scan for new stocks. Oh, remember, let's check Bitcoin. We totally forgot about that one. So let's check Bitcoin, BTC, right? And we're gonna go to crypto and show you guys where we at right now. So this is where we at, and these are the levels we've marked. We've been marking. I mean, we've been looking at this thing for a couple weeks already. And just like I said, guys, Right now, it's not the moment. I mean, I can't tell nobody where to buy, where to sell, but just by experience, just looking at the charting, it's consolidating here at this moment. I would want to see another pullback bounce off these levels, somewhere around these levels. Remember, all this purple, this is all support, right? You got buyers here supporting, pushing the price up, right? Sellers don't want to sell really cheap, okay? They want to profit, and so their buyers right now are holding the price up, okay? And so they got to deal with all these support levels here, okay? All this is part of support, okay? All this channels here is all part of the support level, okay? So it's going to be very difficult for this thing to break down completely and buy off all these shares, okay? So as this thing comes down, right now it has two green days, right? It might have a third green day here, depending how it starts. But I would like to see, even if it tests this thing at least once, I wanted to see it hit contact this support level at least twice. You know, sometimes it will hit once and it just takes off, but you rarely see that happen. Normally it'll hit like a couple times. If you could see the past, guys, you will understand. Remember, this thing, based on pattern recognition, right? This thing is a head and shoulders, right? It's called a head and shoulders. You could look it up, right? And you will see the same thing, right? You got the shoulder. This is the head right here. This part right here is the head, and you have the other shoulder, right? And on head and shoulder moves, right, it's pretty much telling you that the market is shifting, right, towards the it's giving all the sellers the power to push the price down, okay? So this is what happens. You could see in the past, right? You could see based on the past that this thing had a head and shoulder, right? You can see the head and shoulder. And what happened here when it hit this support levels, it cracked down, right? And after that crack, it could not pass over all this support level. This is pretty strong support, and it had a hard time breaking that support level, right? And buyers took a hold of this and was in control, for, I mean, for the entirety of the year, okay? For multiple years, buyers were in control, pushing this price up. And right here, it had a consolidation period. There was a lot of resistance levels here, a lot of resistance, a lot of sellers pushing the price down. But eventually this thing got through, and yeah. I mean, you can see here the same history happened. It broke this support level here, and now it's channeling here around these levels here. And so we're looking for something like this, okay? Right now it's on this phase right here. It's around this phase. So we're looking for some more channeling, testing these resistance levels, right? As it's going down and it's consolidating, right? And we want to see at least one bounce off the support, one or more bounces. And so this thing bounced a couple of times, guys, before it took off, okay? And so that's right. That's what we're waiting here, okay? We're waiting for that same move. Or at least if it doesn't have the same move, at least it bounced once, but then it takes off, okay? And so it's consolidating right now, and it's gonna take a couple months, guys, okay? It's gonna take a couple months. I believe somewhere between 30,000 and 73,000 is somewhere where there's opportunity. But remember, I cannot give you guys any financial advice. You guys could read my description below. I have a disclaimer, guys. Okay, be aware of those that tell you buy, sell, here. Okay. Um, do your due diligence, do your research, okay, before making any trades, and consult a financial expert that is licensed, okay, to teach you guys, to advise you on what you should do with your finances. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue, guys. We're gonna go ahead and scan for new crypto. So let's go to title, let's go to filter, right? And once you're here on this filter, we're gonna add three simple criterias. Market cap is the first one. We want to check 1 million, 1 million to 10 million max. Okay, percentage change, we want to check 10%, but we'll keep in mind that we want to see only more than 20%. Okay, we want to see stocks, cryptos that are trading more than 20%. Okay, 10% is just, we're just spreading out a little bit, some stocks that we want to watch. Okay, and no more than 500%. And volume has to be over 1 million for the purposes that I said, you know, where there's gotta be demand, a lot of demand, in order for you to get in the trade easily and not worrying about getting stuck on the trade. Okay, and then you press apply, and right here, as you can see, I mean, we got a low amount of crypto here today. Okay, we want to sort from high to lowest, right? And right now we have only 2 cryptos to watch. These 3 right here don't qualify because they're not above 20%. Okay, on the 24-hour percentage. Okay, and out of these 2, this one seems like more is been traded the most out of these 2, but we'll check both of them. See, this thing has been ramping up since what time is that? 3 in the morning. It's been running. So we go to market, and then we have here, I mean, you got 2 different exchanges here where it's trading the most. Over here we have only 1 person. Wait a minute, it says here 0 to 1,000 liquidity score, which is not much. This has a lot of liquidity, but it's trading pretty decent. So we'll check both of them just to check which one is much better to look at. So this thing is rocking, guys. I love this. I love how this thing looks. So 5 minute, right? It was consolidating, and then it tested the high day and failed. Right now it's trying to do the same thing. Okay, so it's still consolidating off the highs. We'll add this to the list. Okay, it's called memes will continue. Just be aware, guys. Just be aware to do your research, guys, on this. Okay, don't put your hard-earned money to something that you don't understand. Okay, you guys got to check the owners of the crypto. Check if you can find any news that they posted either through social media. Verify if they have a website. You know, check if their page is legit. You know, and if their trading platform is legit as well. Okay. Still. High. I'm putting here still holding near high a day, and we'll look for a continuation move for a breakout sometime on the weekend. Okay, so not much, but pretty much the most important thing, guys, that you should be doing is not only writing this, right? This what I normally wrote here is checking, guys. I mean, doing your homework, checking the volume, checking the supply, checking the news, checking who's the owner. I mean, checking if they have a legitimate website. I mean, all these things are very important. Okay. We're not doing it today because I mean I don't have much time. My wife is about to give me some food right now. So wait a minute. Before we add Labubu, we're gonna check Labubu. Okay, so Labubu is also doing almost the same thing, holding above the highs, and it seems like it wants to test the high day again. So we're gonna check markets and see what's trading the most. So L Bank is the one that's trading the most. We're gonna check that one out right now. And let's check, this is the 5-minute. So I mean it's having almost the same move. I would love for it to break out these levels here and test high day. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and add this one too, Labubu. Okay, so those are the two that we're gonna keep watch. Okay, so we got that. That's pretty good. I mean, it looks like it's consolidating off the highs. So yeah, guys, this is the pretty much this is all we have today. Remember, it's Friday, so people are just taking a rest off the market. They traded all week and they just want to chill on the weekend. Some people that trade crypto, they're waiting for the weekend to take advantage as well. So crypto is pretty much a little bit different, but hopefully this was a little bit of value for you guys. And I mean, we show you guys how to find these stocks in crypto. Let me go ahead and take these off. Okay, so yeah, guys, we show you guys how to find crypto, how to find stocks. I show you a little bit of the criteria that I use, right, for pre-market and market open, guys. If you have any questions, remember, you guys could go ahead and hit me up, either Discord, email, I mean any other platform, guys. You can hit me up, hit me somewhere in the comments too. I mean, I have an email as well, so you guys could feel free to show support on whatever platform. I appreciate every single one of you guys for coming by and showing support. And yeah, guys, we'll be back hopefully. I'm not sure if tomorrow we're gonna be streaming, guys. I'm gonna be busy doing some other stuff, but hopefully we could come back Sunday. If not, then Monday we will do the same thing. Remember, we do from Monday to Friday. We do stocks and crypto, and we also do gaming on the weekend. Okay, hopefully we could do some gaming sometime on the weekend. Okay, so I hope you guys have a good night and enjoy the rest of the weekend. Okay, so I'll see. Let me see if I could go ahead and raid somebody really quick and show support, just to keep that keep it moving. So bear with me, guys. Let me check really quick. Bear with me, guys. Okay. All right, that works. So let's go ahead and show support to Deaf Gamer Girl. She's pretty good. Have good content. She has 528 followers, and right now I think she's playing. New. I thought she was playing Fortnite, but this is another new game. Well, this is some other game that she's playing. I don't know which one is this one, but go ahead, show support to Deaf Gamer Girl. Okay. All right, guys. I'll see you guys on either Sunday or Monday, guys. Have a good one. Enjoy your day.